Hi guys, just on my way to work again, and I was just thinking, I've been writing, and one of the things I've been writing about, which is such an important part of understanding your eating behavior, is the concept of body image. And I was working with a patient who's done a few rounds with our clinic. She started over 300 pounds. She is a clinical therapist and is awesome. And but she obviously has some body issues of her own. Anyways, we came to the conclusion last Friday that her biggest issue is that by staying obese, it prevented her from having to care about other people's opinion about her body. And obviously she didn't have that awareness until she was started to sabotage. So I think it's really important that those of you who are struggling with self-sabotage, that you really think about what your fear is, what your gain is, why you're doing what you're doing. Slow down your thinking, process information, feel your feelings, don't hide them, because by allowing yourself to truly feel the emotions, you're more likely to understand where the source is coming from. And it took this patient some very sad moments for her to recognize again that she, by being alone, by using food as her partner, that in doing so it was like hiding herself under a rock, hiding herself from reality, from life, because she was so fearful of rejection and abandonment. And in the process of understanding that, she has recognized that in the 40 plus years of her life, she's never fully, she's not only sabotaged her health, but relationships as well, because of that fear and anxiety. And in order for her to move past it, she really has to kind of detach from her past experience, being criticized, feeling rejected, feeling abandoned, and she has to recognize that those experiences can no longer define her decisions today and her life today, because in essence her behavior is modeling as if those things are still happening to her on a daily basis. And in fact, she's the one now rejecting life, and because of where she's at, she's ready to live again. And for that to work, she's going to have to go through a process of grieving that old life with food and grieving that old life protected by the sheltering of her body fat. And in doing that, she, we discussed her being able to be open to people paying attention to her body more than they would have before, because what she found is that by being morbidly obese, people ignore you, which was to her somewhat of a security. Even though it hurt deep down for her, it was definitely securing because of the traumatic event of being rejected and abandoned. So the preparation for her was to go into the vulnerability of someone actually not only giving her sexual attention, but just attention in general, complimenting her. How does it feel when someone says, "Oh my gosh, you look so pretty"? And the goal in mind that we talked about is not really caring, appreciating that someone's giving you a compliment, but don't take it as if it's truth. The reason why I say that is because you don't want to, the part of the sense of rejection and fear of abandonment is if you accept someone's compliment and you've attached a need for that compliment to feel good about yourself, that you're more prone to feeling bad if they reject and abandon you, or if they don't, or if they stop giving you compliments. So the key for this patient is for her to not care, to not that to recognize that someone's attention of her, whether it's positive or negative, really isn't the truth of her existence, but rather a reflection of the person's opinion. And that opinion is based on whatever model of, whatever parameters or models they're using as a guide to know what's good or bad. So, hopefully that helps some of you who are struggling with sabotage, who have a relationship with the body being larger and more protective, to where, you know, no matter how bad you want to lose the weight, you have to really want to lose your protection, which means you're going to have to be willing to experience positive and negative reinforcement from other people. And you've got to have the self-assurance to know that it doesn't really matter what anybody's opinion is of you, because it's not necessarily your truth, it's their truth. With that, have a wonderful day.